welcome to my channel. So today this is a follow-up of a live stream I did a couple days ago where I ended up having a background that wasn't the best. I wasn't totally happy with it, and a piece of a jelly plate print started on this 4-inch round jelly plate where I had done a snowflake into a PBO green blue iridescent using a wooden shape, and then I had put a bunch of alcohol ink on top of that. So once that dried, I'm picking it up here with some white paint, and I'm gonna just slap it on this subtle background that I wasn't too crazy about. Two reasons I wasn't really happy with this background was that it was in my composition book, which I have 2 pages glued together, so the prints tend to be a little bit wrinkly. That's one reason. The other reason is that I used an embossing folder of some trees that were really subtle, and it didn't work, maybe the colors I chose or I don't know what, but it didn't work out as great as I thought. So here I'm just, adding to it. Now that little round print that came off of that jelly plate, again, the wrinkles interfered and I didn't really see the snowflake that I wanted to see. So I'm just adding some paint to the wooden shape. And this wooden shape's just from the dollar store, it's nothing fancy. And I just applied the paint onto it and I used it like a stamp to give more of that snowflake. Here I continued with the white paint that was on there, and I pressed the snowflake in and out of that to make like multiple snowflakes, and I'm picking it up with a purple flash paint, letting it dry, letting it set, and then picking it up. Couldn't really see the snowflakes there too much, but it's not too bad. And then I decide to add a purple snowflake to that, the same way I added a white snowflake to the first one, just using my jelly plate as a loading vehicle to add paint to that wooden shape, and I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm just pressing this little snowflake around the edges, and then we're going to pick that up once it's dry. So the moral to this, there's more coming, but is basically don't give up. Like, you have something you're not totally happy with, just keep working at it, just add to it. If you still don't like it, no big deal, it's just paper. So yeah, just play, have fun, see what happens. So I'm using that blue-green PBO iridescent paint to pick this piece up. And this one's probably my favorite one. I quite liked it. Even with the wrinkles, the wrinkles in some ways do add a lot of interest to it. So if you want to see how I did this background, check out the live stream I just did a couple days ago. So I cut out a piece of paper, 4-inch round paper, and I'm just using that as a template to outline each shape. And I'm thinking these look kind of like ornaments. So I'm doing like a little string motif. I'm using a Pip pen, which is permanent once it's dry. However, you'll see in a moment, I use some water, a brush with some Inktense. Here's a violet. And I noticed that as I'm using the paintbrush to activate the Inktense, I feel like the Pip pen itself was reactivating. So I use that to my advantage on the second ornament that I'm about to outline. And I don't even put the Inktense on that one, the purple Inktense. And I'm just doing that to add just a bit of depth to the page. And I will go around and use my deep indigo Inktense to add even more depth to it, more shadows. So here's that deep indigo. And this time I decide to dip it into water. Here I'm finding it's just not getting as much on there as I wanted. So in a second here, you'll see me actually dip the pencil into water. Just the tip of it, just to give it like a little bit more oomph, a little bit more pigment coming off. So here we go, I'm dipping in the water, little dip, and just freehanding, outlining the circle. Doesn't have to be a perfect circle. And I'm sorry for the angle of this. Originally I was thinking I would do this video as a short, so I had kind of filmed it sort of vertical diagonal, but then it just ended up being too long, so I made a small, like a shorter video, but not short enough to be a short. Shortish, but not short. So here's the last one, and I'm just outlining, again, I'm dipping that Inktense in the water and just outlining the page. and just activating it. So thanks for watching this short little video. If you want more information about this background, just watch my live video that I just did. I'll link it down below. And I'm hoping that everyone is having a fun time creating. I know it's a difficult time of year for a lot of people, and I just try to bring joy and positivity to the work that I do. Sometimes it's just fun to create something to take your mind off things or just to relax. So here's some close-up shots of the little ornaments, and thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye bye.